Welcome back to the deep dive. So today, we're going to get into a really pervasive problem, something that costs industries, billions of dollars, and that's credential fraud.
Fake skill claims, yeah.
Yeah,
Exaggerated resumes, even fake degrees. It's a huge issue of trust in hiring.
exactly.
Hmm.
So our mission today is to break down a pretty cutting-edge solution for this. It actually came out of the India Blockchain Week Cardano Hackathon from a group called Team Terminal Titans.
Right. The solution is called SkillChain. And at its core, it's an AI-powered verification system that's anchored on the Cardano blockchain.
Okay.
The whole goal is to just completely close the gap between what someone claims they can do and what they can actually prove. It's about making skills, well, tamper-proof.
Okay, so let's break that down. AI and blockchain, we've heard that buzzword pair a million times, right? But how does this actually work? How does SkillChain verify a skill? Are they just, scraping a LinkedIn profile? Or...
No, it's much deeper than that. The AI is really the intelligence layer here. It's analyzing a person's actual public digital footprint.
So, their public work.
Exactly. Think GitHub contributions, Kaggle competition results, public code repositories. The AI isn't just checking if you list a skill like Python. It's actually scoring the quality, the depth of your work with Python.
Wait, so it's looking at things like what commit frequency or the complexity of the code you've written?
Precisely. It's measuring the practical application of the skill. And once the AI gives a high confidence score, that validated skill gets minted as a unique digital asset.
Okay.
They call it a skill NFT, and it's recorded right on the Cardano ledger. So you have this marriage of AI validation with an immutable on-chain proof.
That completely changes the game for employers. So instead of spending weeks calling references, a hiring manager can just, scan a QR code on a resume?
That's the idea. They scan the skill NFT and instantly see that AI verified score. It takes background checks from weeks down to seconds.
So let's get into the weeds a bit on the tech, because this is where it gets really interesting, especially with data. How does this work without the user just handing over all their information?
That's the key. It leans heavily on decentralized identity, or DD. Specifically, they're using a tamper-proof. That ensures that you, the candidate, are the ultimate owner of your skill record. Not the platform, not some old boss.
Right, and that's a core tenet of the whole decentralized web philosophy, isn't it? Ownership. But that brings up a huge question for me. If this is all on a public ledger like Cardano, what about privacy? I wouldn't want every potential employer seeing all the details of my past projects.
And that's the absolute critical piece they seem to have solved. They're using midnight zero-knowledge proofs, ZK proofs.
Okay, so how does that work in practice?
The skill NFTs are generated with Plutus smart contracts, and while some of the metadata is stored off-chain, the ZK proof lets an employer verify the truth of a claim.
Without seeing the underlying data.
Exactly. They can confirm you hit a certain complexity score on a project without ever knowing the client's name or seeing the proprietary code. It's a perfect solution for the privacy problem.
It really is. That combination of AI scoring, DID for ownership, and ZK proofs for privacy, it really feels like it aligns perfectly with Cardano's whole mission, building real-world utility.
So to boil it all down for you, SkillChain is basically a blueprint for wiping out fraudulent skill